Good morning, dear students. Today I will discuss some simple word problems from the chapter Maxima and Minima. Now, word problems are very important for exam point of view. In board exam, you will get 6 marks questions from this chapter, from word problem of Maxima and Minima. Let us start today's class with this question. A square piece of tin of side 24 cm is to be made into a box without top by cutting a square from each corner and folding up the flaps to form a box. What should be the side of the square to be cut off so that the volume of the box is maximum, and also find the maximum volume. Now, first of all, let us consider a square piece of tin. You can see what is given in the question: a square piece of tin of side 24 cm. Suppose this is a square piece of tin of side 24 cm. This length is from this point to this point. This length is 24 cm. This length is also from this point to this point. This length is also 24 cm. Okay. Now, what you have to do, from each corner we have to cut a square. From each corner we have to cut a square, and then we have to fold the flaps. From each corner we have to remove a square, and after that we have to fold the flaps to form a box. Now you can see I have removed square shape from each corner. From this corner I have removed a square, and length of each side of the square is x. I have removed a square shaped piece from this corner, and from all the 4 corners I have removed a square shaped piece. And suppose the length of each side of the square is x. In each corner length of each side is x. Now what I will do, now I will fold the flaps. Now if we fold the flaps, you can see this is a box without top. This is a box. Here you can see a box is formed without top, just like the inner part of a matchbox. You can see this is a box, without top. Now what we have to do, we have to find the maximum volume of the box. What should be the length of each side of the square so that the volume of the box is the maximum. Now if we consider this box, what is the height? What is the height of this box? This is the height of the box. You can see this is the height of the box. The height of the box is x. What is the length? What is this length? Total length is 24. We have removed x. So this length is 24 minus 2x. This is the length of the base. This length is also 24 minus 2x, because this square shaped 24, we have removed this part. This is also 24 minus 2x. So the length of the box is 24 minus 2x, breadth is also 24 minus 2x, and the height of the box is. Now we know the volume of a box is length into breadth into height. So its volume will be 24 minus 2x, which is length, into 24 minus 2x, which is breadth, and the height is x. So 24 minus 2x into 24 minus 2x into x. So suppose this is a square piece of tin with each side 24 cm. From each corner we have removed a square of side x centimeter. From each corner we have removed, and if we remove this part and fold this flap like this, if we remove this part, you can see we have removed this part and fold this flap in this way, we will get a box which is open at the top. Okay, So if we remove square of side x centimeter from each corner, and if we fold the flaps, we will get a box which is open at the top. Okay, so first we will write, let x be the length of each side of the square, be the length of, let x be the length of each side of the square which is removed from each corner, and let v equal to volume of the box so formed, with the volume of the box. Now what will be the volume? We have already seen. Again I am explaining. Total length is 24. From this part to this part 24. We have removed x from this corner and x from this corner. So this length of the flap, this length is 24 minus 2x. So length of the box is, this length is 24 minus 2x. Similarly, total length is 24. We have removed x from each corner. This will be 24 minus 2x again. 24 minus 2x. 24 minus 2x, 24 minus 2x. These two are length and breadth. And what is the height? This length is height. This is the height of the box, which is x. So volume will be 24 minus 2x into 24 minus 2x into x. So v equal to 24 minus 2x whole square into x. Now what we have to find? The value of x for which the volume is maximum, the volume of the box is maximum, x for which v is maximum. That means you have to find the maximum value of v. And how to find the maximum value of v? We know the procedure, how to find maximum value of a function. Here v is a function of x, we have to find maximum value of v, and for that first step will be to find dv dx. 2 into 24 minus 2x, x square 2x into derivative of this, which is minus 2, into x unchanged, plus 24 minus 2x whole square into derivative of x, which is 1. So this is dv dx. We can take 24 minus 2x common. We will get minus of 4x plus 24 minus 2x. So ultimately it will be 24 minus 2x into 24 minus 6x. This is our dv dx. Now the normal procedure is, first step to find dv dx, next step we have to solve dv dx equal to 0, because we have to find the maximum value of v. We have to find where v will be maximum. For that we have taken dv dx equal to 0. This will give us the stationary point 24 minus 2x into 24 minus 6x equal to 0. So x equal to 12 or x equal to 4. 12 and 4. Now, but x cannot be equal to 12. Why x cannot be equal to 12? You can see the length of the given square piece of tin is 24 centimeter. Now if the length of each side of the square is 12, if this length is 12 means half of 24. That means the square will be like this. 12, we have to cut a square of side 12 centimeter from this corner and from this corner also. If we cut a square of length 12 centimeter from this corner and also from this corner, this part, the flap will not be there. Okay, so whole part will be removed from here. So x cannot be equal to 12. One thing also you can check, if x equal to 12, you can see x equal to 12, the volume of the box will be 0. So in that case no box will be formed. So x is not equal to 12 and therefore x equal to 4. Our next part to find d2v dx square. This is our dv dx. We will find d2v dx square. Now d2v dx square. How to find d2v dx square? This is our dv dx. First you have to apply product rule. Derivative of this is minus 2 into 24 minus 6x plus the derivative of this is minus 6 into 24 minus 2x. This is the d2v dx square, and we have to find d2v dx square at x equal to 4. This is the stationary point. d2v dx square at x equal to 4. If we put x equal to 4, this will become 0, and this will be 24 minus 8 is 16 minus 6, it will be minus of 96, which is less than 0. Double derivative less than 0 means this is 0, means v is maximum. Therefore, v is maximum when x equal to 4. That means we have to remove squares from each corner of side x equal to 4 centimeter. Length of each side of the square which we have removed from each corner must be of length 4 centimeter. In that case, the volume will be maximum. And what is the maximum volume? This is the volume of the box, and volume will be maximum when x equal to 4. So putting x equal to 4 here, we will get the maximum volume, maximum value of v. So putting x equal to 4, we get the maximum value of v as 1024 centimeter cube. So this is the maximum volume of the box. So x equal to 4, length of each side of the square to be removed is 4 centimeter, and the maximum volume is 1024 centimeter cube. Now I want to remind you surface area and volume of some geometrical shapes. Let us start with the cylinder. The curved surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r h, where r is the radius of the base and h is the height of the cylinder. The total surface area is 2 pi r h, it's the curved surface area, plus 2 pi r square, which is the surface areas of these two faces. You can take 2 pi r common. In that case, it will be 2 pi r into h plus r. This is the total surface area. The volume of the cylinder is pi r square and h. Next, write circular cone. Suppose h is the height of the cone, r is the radius of the base, and l is the slant height. Then relation between these three is l square equal to h square plus r square. The curved surface area of the cone is pi rl. Total surface area, that is curved surface plus area of base, pi rl plus pi r square. And the volume of the cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Next, let us consider this cuboid whose length is x, breadth is y, height is z. The total surface area is 2 into xy plus yz plus zx. The lateral surface area, that is surface area of 4 walls excluding the ceiling and the base, will be 2 into yz plus zx. That is, you have to remove this area and this area of base and area of top, area of ceiling. So area of 4 walls will be 2 into yz plus zx, and the volume of the volume is x into volume of the cuboid is x into y into z, length into breadth into height, etc., etc. So this thing we have to remember. We have to remember one more shape. Next, let us consider the sphere. The surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square, and volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, next let us move to next question. Our next question is from NCERT book. It's a very important question. Actually, all questions are important. All the word problems given in NCERT book are very, very important for exam. Show that the height of the closed cylinder of given surface. You have to read the question carefully. Given surface and maximum volume is equal to the diameter of the base. Height of a closed cylinder, suppose let us consider this cylinder. Suppose h is the height, r is the radius of the base. See how will you read the question? Height of the closed cylinder of given surface. Given surface means surface area of the cylinder is given. the thing that is given, we will treat that as constant. That is, given surface area is constant. This cylinder has a fixed surface area, constant surface area, so that height of the cylinder of given surface and maximum volume is equal to the diameter of the base. If we consider different cylinders with a fixed given surface, what we can see, the cylinder whose volume is maximum will have its height is equal to diameter of the base. Suppose fixed surface area is given, suppose 100 is the surface area of a cylinder. If we consider different cylinders with surface area 100, then we will see that the cylinder whose volume is among those cylinders, the cylinder whose volume is greatest, its height will be equal to twice the radius of the base, that is diameter of the base. Now how will you start? You can see the given surface area of a cylinder is given. Let S be the given surface area. Whatever will be given in the question, we will treat that as constant. Let S be the given surface area. So S we will treat S as constant. S equal to, what is the surface area? You can see closed cylinder. What is the surface area of a closed cylinder? It will be 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square. This is the surface area of a closed cylinder, you can see. And maximum volume, again you have to read carefully. The term maximum, minimum, this is attached with volume. Maximum volume, that means you have to show the volume is maximum. Minimum surface area, that means you have to show surface area is minimum. In this question, you can see given surface area is given, and we have to show the volume will be maximum. Maximum volume means this thing we have to show. You just go for these words: maximum, minimum, least, greatest. With which word this is attached? The term maximum is attached with the term volume. That means you have to show the volume is maximum. We have to show volume is maximum when the height is equal to diameter of the base. Diameter means twice of r. That is, when h equal to 2r, its volume will be maximum. That is what we have to prove, and in this way you have to read the question carefully. So first of all, we will write volume. Let V be the volume of the cylinder. V equal to volume of the cylinder. What is the formula for volume of a cylinder? V equal to pi r square and h. Now V equal to pi r square h, what we have to show? The volume is maximum. Volume of the cylinder will be maximum volume. We have to show the volume is maximum when h equal to 2r, height equal to diameter of the base. That means we have to find the maximum value of V. We have to find the condition when V is maximum, or maximum value of V. Now first of all, to find maximum value, we find dV. We first differentiate. We have to differentiate V. Now before differentiation, we have to express volume in terms of one variable. You can see here we have considered r as the radius of the base, h as the height. The surface area is given, so surface area is constant, s is constant, but r and h are, we have assumed r is the radius, h is the height. So these two are variables, r and h. Okay, if we consider different cylinders of fixed surface area, their r and h will vary clearly. These two are variables, r and h are variables. We have to express V either in terms of r or in terms of h, that is in terms of only one variable. So you can see pi r square. We will express h in terms of r. You can see s minus 2 pi r square, s minus 2 pi r square divided by 2 pi r. This is the value of h. This is the value of h. Okay, s minus 2 pi r square by 2 pi r. So now you can see we have v is now only in terms of r. We have expressed v only in terms of r. We can cancel pi r. It will be r by 2. So r by 2 into s minus 2 pi r square. Okay. Now again multiplying by r, we will get half into rs minus 2 pi r cube. Half into rs minus 2 pi r cube. Here we have expressed v in terms of only one variable r. S is given surface area, so s is constant, pi is constant. Now dv dr, because here we have only one variable r, so differentiating with respect to r, dv dr is half into s minus 6 pi r square. Now dv dr equal to 0 gives half into s minus 6 pi r square equal to 0. You can see the variable is r here. R is the only variable. We have to find r. We have the value, find the value of r. So r equal to, it will be root over s by 6 pi. This is our stationary point, root over s by 6 pi. Next step, we have to find d2v dr square, because we have to find the maximum value of v. So d2v dr square equal to, it will be half into 0 minus 12 pi r, so equal to minus of 6 pi r. d2v dr square, when r equal to root over s by 6 pi, it will be minus of root over, if we put r equal to this, we will get its value will be minus of root over 6 pi, which is less than 0, negative of something. Therefore v is maximum when r equal to root over s by 6 pi. When r equal to this, we get squaring both sides and cross multiplying, we'll get s equal to squaring and cross multiplying, we'll get s equal to 6 pi r square. Now what is the value of s? You can see 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r square. S means total surface area, so we'll put s equal to 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r square equal to 6 pi r square. From this relation, you can see 2 pi rh equal to 4 pi r square. Cancelling 2 pi r, will get h equal to 2r. So you can see when v is maximum when r equal to this, and when r equal to this, we will get h equal to 2r. Therefore v is maximum. What is v? The volume of the cylinder. V is maximum when h equal to the height of the cylinder equal to twice the radius of the base, that is diameter of the base. When h equal to 2r, that is height equal to diameter of the base, the volume of the cylinder is maximum. Our next question is from NCERT book. A wire of length 28 meter is to be cut into two pieces. One of the pieces is to be made into a square and the other into a circle. What should be the length of the pieces so that the combined area of the circle and the square is the minimum? A wire of length 28 meter, suppose this is a wire of length 28 meter, is to be cut into two pieces. Let us cut this wire into two pieces. Suppose length of this part is x, so length of the other part will be 28 minus x. As total length is 28, if one length of one part is x, the other part will be 28 minus x. one of the pieces is to be made into a square. Out of these two, with any one of these two pieces we have to form a square, and with the other piece we have to form a circle. So you see, one of the pieces is to be made into a square and the other into a circle. So let us form a square with this piece. If we form a square with this piece, you can see this plus this plus this plus this equal to x. So length of each side of the square will be x by 4, x by 4, x by 4, x by 4. Okay, with this piece we form a square. Let us form a square with this piece, and let us form a circle with this piece 28 minus x. With this part, with this piece, let us form a circle. Now we know the perimeter of a circle. Length of this part, the boundary, is 2 pi r. Now this length is equal to this length, because with this part we have formed this circle. So 2 pi r equal to 28 minus x. So with this part, if we form a circle, then radius of the circle will be 28 minus x by 2 pi. Okay, now what we have to show, what should be the length of the two pieces, what should be the length of these two parts, so that the combined area of the circle and the square is minimum. What should be the length of these two pieces, what should be the value of x. If we can find x, we can find the length of the pieces, so that the combined area, that is area of this plus area of this, will be minimum. Combined area of the circle and the square is minimum. So let A be the combined area. Let A be the combined area of the square and the circle. Then A equal to area of square, it will be side square, so it will be x square by 16 plus area of circle is pi r square, is pi into 28 minus x by 2 pi whole square, pi r square. So A equal to, it will be x square by 16 plus, it will be 1 by 4 pi into 28 minus x whole square. You can see here, sorry, A equal to, here A is only in terms of one variable x. Here x is the only variable, all other x, 4 pi, 28, all are constant. So before finding the minimum value or maximum value, here we have to show that the combined area is minimum. We have to show that area is minimum. Before finding minimum value of A, we have to ensure that A is expressed in terms of one variable only. Okay, here A is given, here we have expressed A only in terms of x. Now dA dx equal to, if we differentiate both sides with respect to x, this will be 2x by 6, that is x by 8 plus 1 by 4 pi into x square, its derivative is 2 into 28 minus x into minus of 1. So ultimately it will be x by 8 minus 1 by 2 pi into 28 minus x. This is dA dx. Now you have to find stationary point. You have to solve dA dx equal to 0. Now dA dx equal to 0 gives, putting the value of dA dx, we get this relation. From this, x by 8 plus x by 2 pi equal to 14 by pi. Okay, and from this, if we take LCM and if we simplify, we will get x equal to, it will 14 by pi, and x equal to, it will be 112 by pi plus 4. If we simplify, we will get this x equal to. Now d2a dx square equal to, this is our dA dx. d2a dx square will be 1 by 8 plus, because value of derivative of this will be 0, derivative of minus x will be minus 1, minus minus plus 1, 1 by 8 plus 1 by 2 pi equal to 1 by 8 plus 1 by 2 pi, and therefore d2a dx square at x equal to this point, at x equal to 112 by pi plus 4 it will be 1 by 8 plus 1 by 2 pi, which is clearly positive, greater than 0. Therefore, A is minimum. The combined area of square and circle is minimum when x equal to 112 by pi plus 4. And when x equal to this, the length of the two pieces will be, therefore the length of the pieces will be x, this is 112 by pi plus 4, and 28 minus x, that is 112 by pi plus 4 or 28 pi by pi plus 4. So these are the length of two pieces, so that if we form a square with one of them and a circle with the other, the combined area of the square and the circle will be minimum. So our length of the pieces, our answer will be this 112 by pi plus 4. X and 28 minus x are the length of the pieces, and we have seen area is minimum when x equal to this. So putting x equal to this in these two parts, we will get the length of the two pieces. Okay. One next question is, find the point on the curve y square equal to 4x which is nearest to the point 2 minus 8. So y square equal to 4x is any given curve and 2 minus 8 is any given point. This is the given curve, this is the given point, y square equal to 4x. We have to find a point on the curve, the point on the curve which is nearest to this point, whose distance from the given point is the least, the minimum. We have to find a point on the curve whose distance from the given point is minimum, which is nearest to the given point. Okay, so first of all let us consider, let x comma y be any point on the curve y equal to, on the curve y square equal to 4x. We have to find x and y. We have to find the values of x and y. So we have taken a point x comma y on the curve, and we have to find the values of x and y for which distance between xy and 2 minus 8 is minimum. Distance between these 2 points is minimum. Now distance between these 2 points is root over x minus 2 whole square plus y plus 8 whole square, whole thing under root. This is the distance between these 2 points. Okay, now if we put root over sign, it will be difficult for us to calculate, to simplify, to differentiate, and therefore what we will do, we will write in this way, let d be the square of the distance, square of the distance between the points xy and 2 minus 8. Xy and 2 minus 8. Let d be the square of the distance between this point and this point. So d equal to, we have to remove root over sign, as we have considered d as the square of the distance. Okay, now d equal to x square minus 4x plus 4 plus y square plus 16y plus 64. So d will be equal to x square plus y square minus 4x plus 16y plus 68. Now the point xy lies on the curve y square equal to 4x. So xy will satisfy this equation, and if we put x, if we replace x by x, y by y, we will get this relation y square equal to 4x. So if we put y square equal to 4x, this to 4x will get cancelled. D will be x square plus 16y plus 68. Now what we have to find? The minimum value of d. when D will be minimum, distance between these 2 points will be minimum. When D is minimum, we have to find minimum value of D, and for that we have to express D in terms of one variable, but here we have two variables, x and y. So again using this relation, because xy lies on the curve, so again using this relation, x equal to, we can see y square by 4, so it will be y to the power 4 by 16 plus 16y plus 68. This is our D. Now dd dy is equal to, now we have expressed D in terms of one variable y, so dd dy will be 4y cube by 16, so it will be y cube by 4 plus 16. Now dd dy equal to 0 gives y cube plus by 16 4. Double digit. So y equal to minus 4 is our stationary point. Next we have to find d to d dy square. We have to find minimum value of d. So for that we have to differentiate again d to d dy square. D to d dy square equal to 3y square by 4. You can check 3y square, derivative of this is 3y square by 4 and derivative of this is 0. So d to d dy square equal to this, and d to d dy square when y equal to minus 4, the stationary point is minus 4, it will be 3 into 16 by 4, so 3 into 4, it will be 12, which is positive. Therefore D is minimum when y equal to minus 4. And when y equal to minus 4, we have to find a point on the curve. So putting y equal to minus 4 here, x will be 4. When y equal to minus 4, x is equal to 4. The required point on the curve is, the required point is 4 and minus 4. This is the point on the curve 4 minus 4, whose distance from the given point is least, minimum, which is nearest to this point, which is closest to this point. 4 minus 4 is easy, simple question, but very important question. Our next question is from NCERT book. A window is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircular opening. The total perimeter of the window is 10 meter. Find the dimensions of the window to admit maximum light through the whole opening. What is the shape of the window? It is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircular opening. So the form of the rectangle is like this. The form of rectangle surmounted by a semicircular opening. Okay, this is the form of a window. Rectangle surmounted by a semicircular opening. What is given? The perimeter of the window is 10 meters. Suppose the breadth of the rectangle is y. Suppose the length of the rectangle is x. What is given? The perimeter. Let x equal to, so let x be the length of the rectangle, y be the breadth of the rectangle. According to question, the perimeter, that is 10. You can see the perimeter of the window is 10 meter. Perimeter means length of this plus this plus this plus semicircular part. So y plus y, 2y plus x, x plus 2y plus semicircle. We know perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r, perimeter of a semicircle will be pi r, pi into r. And what is the radius? This length is x, half will be x by 2. So radius of the semicircular part is x by 2, because this length is x, this part will be x by 2. So radius of the semicircular part will be x by 2, so pi into x by 2. Let us mark this by 1. Next part, find the dimensions of the window. Matlab means we have to find length and breadth. We have to find x and y dimension, length and breadth of the window to admit the maximum light through the whole opening, so that maximum light will pass through the window. Now maximum light will pass through the whole window if the area of the window is maximum. If the area is maximum, so we have to find x and y for which area of the window is maximum. So let me write, let A be the area of the window, then A equal to area of rectangular part is length into breadth. So you can see length is x, breadth is y, so area of the rectangular part will be xy, plus area of the semicircular part. Area of circle is pi r square, area of circle semicircle will be half into pi r square, half into pi. And what is the radius of the semicircular part? It is x by 2. Radius of the semicircular part is x by 2. So A equal to xy plus pi x square by 8. Now we have to find the values of x and y for which A is maximum. We have to find when A is maximum. That means we have to find maximum value of A, and for that we have to express A in terms of one variable. You can see here A equal to x into y. There are two variables here, so we have to express A in terms of one variable only. So using this relation and replacing y, we get, so replacing y by this, from this relation we get y equal to this by 2. So using this we have replaced y, and now A is in terms of x only. We have to simplify further, and simplifying further we get A equal to 5x minus x square by 2 minus pi x square by 8. Now we have to find maximum value of the area. So dA dx equal to 5 minus dA dx equal to 5 minus x minus pi x by 4. These are dA dx. Now dA dx equal to 0 gives. Solving this we get x equal to 5 equal to x into 1 plus pi by 4, and x equal to 20 by pi plus 4. So this is our stationary point, 20 by pi plus 4. Our next step, we have to find d2a dx square. This is our dA dx. d2a dx square will be minus 1 minus pi by 4, and d2a dx square at this point, d2a dx square at x equal to 20 by pi plus 4, because this is the stationary point. At this point d2a dx square will be, this is constant, its value will remain same. Minus 1 minus pi by 4 both are negative, so its value is negative, less than 0. So d2a dx square is negative, means A is maximum, the area is maximum when x equal to 20 by pi plus 4. We have to find the dimension of the rectangle. We have to find x and y. Now when x equal to this, from relation 1, if we put x equal to 20 by pi plus 4 here and here, therefore from 1, when x equal to 20 by pi plus 4, we get y equal to, if you simplify you will get y equal to 10 by pi plus 4. Okay, so now we can conclude that area, the maximum light will pass through the window when the length of the window, the length of the rectangular part is this, and breadth of the rectangular part is this. So I have written A is maximum when x equal to 20 by pi plus 4, y equal to 10 by pi plus 4. Now one thing I want to show here, you can see what is the value of 2y. 2y equal to 20 by pi plus 4, which is equal to x. So A is maximum when length of the rectangle equal to twice the breadth of the rectangle. The question can be framed in this way also. Show that the maximum light will pass through the hole opening when the length of the rectangle equal to twice the breadth of the rectangle. That way also the question can be framed. Okay. So that was some questions from the topic word problem from maximum minimum. There are actually what you have to do, you have to solve all the questions word problems given in NCERT book, because these are very important. You will get 6 marks questions from this topic. In the next class I will explain some more, I will solve some more questions word problems from that topic, and that will be the last class on the topic maxima and minima. That's all for today. Thank you.